Pacers for you guys tonight.
Nice. I wear my 25th anniversary.
Very nice.
Thank you. How we doing, men?
Doing good.
Good?
All right, Coach, well, it's the last game of the season, hard to believe, but when you look back on this year, how do you assess it?
Well, I think you look at different segments, different scenarios throughout the course of the season. Whether or not we put guys in a position to have the basketball in their hand, to come off the bench, to start. And then at the end of the day, if we look at each individual from the beginning of the year to now, I think they get better. They're better players today, better men than they were at the beginning of the year.
Pacers have obviously already secured that top spot in the East for the playoffs. They may be resting a couple of their guys, but I'm guessing for you, your approach to the game doesn't change.
Doesn't change for us. We'll start the same way, and hadn't changed the last few games. The way we finished the games, guys have minutes have been extended a little bit, so their lineup won't change our approach at all.
Jameer out.
No go for Jameer tonight.
Anyone else being held out tonight other than Jameer and Vucevic? Okay.
Everyone else is same as last two games.
What's something in your coaching approach that this season that you might have tweaked that you've gotten success from this season?
Oh, I think I'll have to, use the offseason a little bit to really kind of recap that. I'll always give my team what it needs. And so each year, I'll always be myself, but there's different dynamics that the team needs. And so next year's team will be different than this year's. And I'll be able to approach them with different, ways to approach the game, whether different tests throughout the course of the year. But I always give the team what it needs.
What did this year's team need?
Well, we still were in an area of growth, and so a lot of times we were learning lessons, and I said it before, sometimes painful, but at the same time, lessons that needed to be learned. Guys needed to be in positions where they found failure or success and how they were going to deal with it, and what was the mind frame, the mental makeup of the individuals put in those positions.
It's a fact of life that no team ever stays the same from one year to the next. Has it ever crossed your mind about this possibly being Jameer's last game here in Orlando, and how has his approach been in the 2 years that you've coached him?
I have not thought about that, no. For me, I approach every day the same way with a consistent approach, and I came to the arena tonight, checked with our trainer to see if he was going to play just like a normal night. And what he's been, along with the other veterans on our team, extremely important to our locker room. We have a young group that haven't experienced a lot of things that the NBA entails, that it's about on a daily basis, and he's done it. And just being able to pull a player to the side, being able to have a conversation with me, being able to show guys on the floor, he's been really good. And our other veterans have as well.
Jacque, barring any trades and LeBron wanting to come here, you're going to have 2 lottery picks. You're still going to be young. Right? Isn't that going to be the theme again next season? You're going to have a youngish team again, even though some guys have added some years on. Vooch will be in 4th year. Some other guys will be young. Isn't it going to be another young type team?
Well, I don't think you couple, our young guys have gotten a lot of experience underneath their belt, whether it's being in late game situations, whether it's playing a ton of minutes. Victor's played over 2,400 minutes. That's a lot of minutes. And so hopefully the approach, we want to speed guys up, their maturation. We want guys to get better faster and grow within. I completely believe in what Rob is, the direction that we're going in, and a lot of those decisions will be left in his hands. But I certainly agree that we're heading in the right direction, and our young guys, they've matured. And so more is going to be asked of them, demanded of them, and I think they want that.
Jacque, where do you feel like you've grown as a coach in the last year, last season?
I thought is this a conversation for tomorrow? We still got a game today, huh? Wow. Where have I grown? have to reflect. I'll think about that. I'll have a good answer for you tomorrow. Think about that overnight.
All right, I'll try to
I'll remember.
remember to ask.
No, I'll remember it.
What about the play of Andrew in the last couple of games? Or what have you, I mean, it had been about 3 months since he'd had any sort of game remotely similar to the back-to-backs that he's had, but he was in practice. Has he been difficult to keep encouraging him that it's going to get better? Or
No, I think that was the approach right there. Is don't change, you know, your mental makeup. Don't change your physical makeup. Do what you've been doing. The ball's going to go in for you. And then there's more dynamics to the game that we kept reinforcing. Whether he was rebounding, whether he was playing aggressive, whether he was trying to take a charge, being vertical at the rim for us. But I think he continued to practice those same shots that he had, and these past few games he's got more minutes also, and so I think that helped him as well.
How important is it that Andrew's getting on the right track going into the off season?
I talked about it probably a week and a half ago, saying that it is a good feeling to be a player and go into the off season and have a good feeling about yourself and about your game. And we talked about hopefully getting Andrew to that point. And against Chicago, that was probably one of his better games in a little stretch for us. And so I think as a player, he felt pretty good about that, and we want that to continue tonight.
Going good?